Let's talk about the 2024 Game Awards, because didn't see that result happening. I really thought Black Myth Wukong was going to win Game of the Year. In fact, I was so sure they were going to win. This video was originally supposed to be me congratulating them and saying all the reasons I'm so happy that game won. But no, Astro won. There is good news, though. Well, first of all, it's not bad news that Astro won. It's not a bad game. But good news for Black Myth Wukong is they did win Best Action Game, and they did win Player's Choice. That being that when the players voted, they picked Black Myth Wukong, so should tell you something. But I'm going to give you a perspective that I don't think most people are giving. I'm seeing a lot of people having different opinions on this. But I am someone who has played and platinumed both games. Yeah, I don't have a physical copy of Black Myth Wukong. It wasn't available. I got the digital-only version. But I have played and platinumed both games. And you know I've played Black Myth because I streamed the whole thing. So, even after playing to completion, doing everything you can do in both games, I still think Black Myth should have been the winner. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Astrobot. This game is fantastic. And look, I know I'm the Mythology guy, so you're all going to think, oh, he's so biased towards mythical stuff. Of course he's going to pick the mythical game. I'm also biased towards a game like this because my first console was PS1. I have been playing PlayStation since then. I have played almost every game that's featured in this, and I love this game. This is so for people like me. I am so the target audience for this, and it's wonderful. This game is perfect for what it is, and it's cool that it gets recognition and gets, treated right and everything. But I just think Wukong does so much more. For one, it took me 12 hours to platinum this game. Do literally everything you can possibly do in this game. This, at least 3 times as long. Probably more than that. It took me 3 times as long just to beat the game. Forget about platinuming the game. This game is absolutely insane, and there's more you can do in the game, and, again, great game, but, it's, this game has dialogue, this game, the story is a lot deeper, there's more gameplay, there's more variation of gameplay, there's, so much craziness and so much art and so much, I don't even know how to say it. I'm working on a proper... One of the reasons I haven't gotten my review out for this game yet is because there's so much to it, and I keep going, oh, wait, maybe I should cover this, maybe I should talk about that, oh, I don't think I'm doing this part of it justice, and stuff, and it's just... And I know you watch these videos, Game Science, so I just want to say, absolutely love the game, and congratulations on the 2 awards you did win. You 100% deserve them. I just also think you guys deserved Game of the Year. Black Myth Wukong just gave so much incredible stuff to its buyers, and again, wonderful game. And by the way, where the hell was the nomination for this one, huh? You're going to put DLC in the nominations before you put this thing on? What the hell? But it's just... I'm trying to think of a good way to explain, just how incredible... I think we can all agree that Black Myth is more graphically impressive than Astrobot is. Astrobot is perfect for what it's trying to do. I just think this game was trying to do more. We can all agree that Black Myth Wukong has a deeper story than Astrobot. One thing, honestly, about Astrobot is the story is very simplistic, which is, again, fine for what it is. But even I wished there was a little more to it than what it was. Very, very simplistic story. And, again, one of the examples I can give is Black Myth has so much more content to it, not only in length of gameplay, but in that Astrobot has some skins you can unlock. Awesome. Black Myth Wukong has so much more armor and variations of appearance you can unlock. Astrobot has some cool power-ups you can get. Great! Black Myth Wukong has more power-ups and spells and, variations of stabs with certain things they can do than Astrobot does. So I just think Black Myth Wukong provides so much more. Like, again, I was so sure it was going to win Game of the Year. And one thing I love about Black Myth Wukong, I can't even talk, is what it shows consumers. It shows them that you can make a game that clearly costs so much money to make, and that's, in a lot of ways in America, kind of an underdog, and you can still succeed if you just deliver on excellent quality. Like, let me put this into context for you. This is the company that made its first, AAA video game. Before they were making apps. Before they made this company was making phone apps. And they made a Monkey King game that is so, not 100%, but, I would say a strong 90% at least accurate to the story. In how it's a sequel to the story, but what they incorporate is so accurate to how it was in the story. Down to the villains you fight using the exact same weapons and accessories they used in the original Journey to the West story. So it shows it can be your first game. It can be very accurate to the source material. It can include 0 microtransactions whatsoever. It can be incredibly graphically impressive and gameplay impressive. It can include bosses that are your size and bosses that are gigantic and bosses that are gigantic yet still move at the speed of a regular character. I know Dark Souls already does that, but let's just focus on this game. It can be entirely based on a story from a culture that a big chunk of its audience knows nothing about. So many people knew nothing about Journey to the West who played this game, and they still loved it. So many people were coming to me, through comments and through messages and coming into my streams and telling me, hey, I really love playing this Black Myth Wukong game. Can you give me some info about these characters? Because I want to learn more. It drove millions of people who had never heard of these characters to go learn about these characters. And for the people who already knew the story, the fan service was incredible. These are both very fan service games. This is a big PlayStation fan service game, and this is a big Journey to the West fan service game. I love both of them, but I love this one more. And it's amazing because I have spent more time with PlayStation than I have with Chinese culture. I can guarantee you that. I just think that this game did so much for the people who bought it. It showed you don't have to include any microtransactions. I'm sure this game is going to inspire all kinds of companies to come up. It's probably going to do a ton for the Mythology space. And, this company is probably going to make a whole bunch more games. I hope to God they do. Way to go, Game Science. And it would be cool if they won Game of the Year, because a lot of people out there saying, oh, thank God we can't have China winning Game of the Year. Guys, this isn't made by the Chinese government. If anything, there are some difficulties in China, and I think it's great for an up-and-coming game developer to show that they can still make something of incredible quality and, amazingly fan-servicey and be rewarded and recognized properly for it. It's like, you remember when Parasite won Best Picture and a lot of people were saying this is so good for the movie industry because it's going to help with competition and acknowledgement of foreign product and the quality of that and all of that. I just feel like this could have been that. Now, of course, we do have good foreign product in the games industry, but it's mostly Japan, which is great. A lot of great Japanese games. I would love to see a lot of really great Chinese games start popping up, and other countries and stuff like that. Now, again, it did win the People's Choice, and it did win Best Action Game, so that's all well and great. It's just, it made me feel a certain way when I played it, and this made me feel a certain way too, and it was a lot of fun. But playing this, it just made me feel deeper, I guess you can say. And, yeah, sure, I'm biased. I love Mythology and everything, but I love PlayStation. I love the shit out of PlayStation. I have all 5 PlayStations. Hell, I have both versions of the PS2 and both versions of the PS3, and I even bought that crappy PS1 Classic that turned out to not be very good. But it's just, yeah, this game is so... It does so much more. At the end of the day, it does more. This does more than this. Even though this is wonderful, and I would recommend you buy it if you're a PlayStation fan, I think you're going to have the time of your life with it. This I would recommend you buy whether or not you are a fan of Journey to the West. I think you're going to have the time of your life with it. It is hard, though. It's a challenging game. But you know what? This game gets challenging, too. I want you to try to freaking platinum this, and you will be ready to smash your controller at certain points. But yeah, it's just the insane amount of passion and dedication that went into this, I think, really needed to be rewarded. Again, it's all opinion-based. This is just coming from the opinion of someone who's played both, loved both, platinumed both, and is the huge target audience for both. My choice is Black Myth Wukong. And I know most of you will agree because this was the player's choice, and I have seen a lot of people getting mad that this didn't win. But I will say, let's cushion the blow by focusing on the fact that it did win Best Action Game, and it did win Player's Choice. So at least there's that stuff. It's just... I was so ready to come out and say, congratulations, Game Science, you've broken the mold, you've proven something incredible here today. And instead I'm doing this, so I'm a little sad about it, but there's worse things to get sad about, obviously. I really want people to understand how incredible that game is, and I think it winning Game of the Year would have propelled it even further. Of course, it's a huge success already, like tens of millions of copies sold, absolutely amazing. I just really wanted to let out how I'm feeling. By the way, if you're wondering why I have a Chinese magazine, I announced this in a community post a little while ago, but for anyone who doesn't know, hold on, there's a certain page I need to flip to. There! Bing, bing! Who's that? You guys should check out this magazine. Yeah, so overall... I'm just a little disappointed that Black Myth Wukong didn't win. I'm not angry. I'm not, like, throwing things around my room or anything. I'd be angry if a piece of crap game like NBA 2K something won or some shit like that. I'm a little angry that this wasn't even nominated. Why are we nominating DLC for a game that already won Game of the Year in a previous year, deservedly so, but it's already had its day in the sun? Like, can we give someone else a turn? I'm sure you wouldn't have won, but you deserve to be nominated. You're amazing. You're beautiful. I love you. And I know I'm hurting you, but I love you too, baby. This video got weird. But yeah, please, share your own thoughts. Do you agree with Astrobot winning? Do you think Black Myth Wukong should have won? Do you think Space Marine should have won or at least been nominated? Do you think one of the other games should have done it? I'm really curious to hear what my audience thinks of this thing. And yeah, I am still working on a review for this, also working on a lore video for it, which is actually getting close to completion. So hopefully that'll be out very soon. And Game Science, I want to say thank you for the incredible game you made and for all the incredible support. I can't obviously tell you the things they've emailed me, but in a nutshell, they've been supportive. They've apparently seen my trailer reactions and been really happy to see them. They're really cool people from what I can tell. And, I should probably squash the rumor. Some people haven't played this game because they think that the game is incredibly sexist because they read a, games journalism article which outright lied about the game. This games journalist article saying that, this game has absolutely no female characters or NPCs because the game developers hate women. You didn't finish Chapter 1, clearly, because even the end cinematic of Chapter 1 has Guan Yin in it, who is a female god, and then Chapter 2 has the Mother of Stones, and then that end cutscene has the female fox spirit, who is an important character in that, And then chapter 3 has more female characters, including the female star goddess boss fight. And then chapter 4 has so many women, like it's practically the whole chapter. And then there's more and more and more. There's so many women in Black Myth Wukong. That journalist is an absolute liar. So if that was a reason you weren't playing the game, please do not let that be a reason anymore. I don't know how to end videos.